I had like that sort of sickly feeling towards the tail end
Mm.
of this week. I started getting some postnasal drip,
Oh yeah.
and like a kind of generally shitty feeling.
Mm.
Um, but like I don't know, a couple days later, it seemed to pass. Seems
Yeah.
my system was like kind of deciding if it wanted to be sick or not.
Oh yeah. I hate that like weird middle ground of you're not quite entirely sick, but you're not like totally fine. It's just like just let me go through it or just let me be, man.
Mm.
Okay. That's that. I need to get this. All right. Where is our chat? There it is. Waha. Okay, cool.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Hello, Timothy. Good evening.
Hello, Timothy.
Okay. That's there. Stuff. Uh, but yeah. I have I have some water that I can boil so I can make some tea. I unfortunately don't have any more honey, I don't think. But I do have a bunch of mint tea,
Um,
so I might be boiling to make some of that soon here. Um, but it's other than that, um, the week has been suitable, I suppose. Although I did just hear about a family matter that I went, oh, that could be bad. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping for good news in the morning.
shit.
Um, yeah, it's things are happening.
Me also.
Oh, what's up, Aiden?
What's up?
Oh, there you are. Hello. I thought you were saying something.
Hello. I don't know.
You are lagging a little bit.
Um,
Hang on.
yeah, I also hope everything works out for you.
Thank you.
Um,
Uh,
yeah. Boo, what are you reading?
Sorry,
You
I had
might have
minimized
muted
Discord. Had to
us.
fucking get it all down.
Uh,
Um, I'm just having chips and queso, but
mm,
I added a little bit of taco meat to it,
mm.
so
Nice,
it's very
nice.
nice. But I haven't eaten today. Haven't eaten today at all, so it's kind of one of those times where you're like just shoveling fucking food into your mouth. You just kind of
Mm.
don't want to stop.
Mm-hmm,
It's one of
mm-hmm.
those.
I get you. Let me change the
So
region to
I'll be back when
see
I'm done. I'm almost done. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, no worries, no worries. Take your time, take your time.
2 seconds. All right, I'm changing the region to for the call to central to see if that takes away the lag.
Timothy says I had a pretty good day. I had turkey burgers.
Oh, turkey burger. Nice.
Fuck yeah, dude.
There you
Turkey
go.
burgers rock.
Um,
Yeah. I was very resistant to the idea of turkey burgers for the longest time.
oh really?
I was like, no, burgers are beef.
Mm.
And like, man, that was stupid of me. Turkey burgers rock.
Yeah, I don't have turkey a lot because I'm not a big fan of turkey. Um, but
Um,
it's usually like way too dry for me, most of the time. So I don't really eat it.
I like, yeah, never mind, never mind.
Hmm. Oh, I just got a text. Hang on. Let me see this. Oh, that's, okay.
I like mine with mustard and chopped onion. Ooh. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so tonight, hello everybody, and welcome back to Table Talk Discussion Discourse. As always, I'm your host, Alejo, aka Greater 95. Unfortunately, my two co-hosts are either eating or away. But that's okay. That is fine. Playing Entry in Odyssey's PC version on the side. What is Entry in Odyssey? Sounds familiar to me. Why do I know that name? I don't know that. What is Entry in Odyssey? But yeah. Okay. My brain is like, I don't know what that is, so I now need to know. Looking it up. DS Dungeon Crawler? Oh, okay. I see.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back. I actually got these as part of a bundle from Humble, so I actually have 1 and 2, I think, somewhere. Pretty sure. Why didn't it come up when I searched it? I could have sworn I had these. What the hell?
Good.
Maybe I just saw them. Either way. It looks like you have the handling death thumbnail on this video. What? I changed it specifically. Hold on. I'll go and fix it if that is the case.
And I'm your third host. And
Hey. It just it didn't upload. What the fuck? Okay. I'm fixing it. It's fixed. We're good.
I'm gonna be coughing and hiccuping and like clearing my throat and shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Cheese. Of course it's gonna do that shit.
Hell yeah. That's how it be.
I wonder if dwarves eat cheese and milk and shit.
Probably. They would have goats.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, they would probably have goats.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking like Warhammer dwarves, they'd like never come out of their fucking mountains.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to war.
Right.
Well, maybe they trade for it.
They could have goats. They could trade, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Welcome to the food episode. Yeah, right. Well, so tonight we are going to be talking about role-playing. Specifically rules.
We never do that.
No, we never do that. That's true. It never happens, never once. But apparently, according to this video that I have found, Matt Colville made rules for role-playing, and that's what the video is called. This is brought to us today by Matthew Perkins. So we've got a Matthew talking about a Matthew. It happens on occasion. But yeah, so I thought it was quite interesting to really conceptualize rules on roleplay, right? Because we all know the basics of just... I mean, roleplay itself, the rules are kind of more the social contract stuff, you know? Not really anything that is
hard line.
Yeah, exactly. We've got some like more what are they called? We've got some more guidelines of it's the comfortability stuff. I don't remember what it's called like officially.
Lines and veils, was it? Is that what you're referring to? Lines and veils?
You mean like boundaries?
Yeah, like boundaries and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's more what I'm going for.
Yeah.
Because like in a lot of games they are saying, oh, make sure that your players are comfortable with this kind of stuff and all that kind of stuff. Like, make sure that you're, you've got that stuff in the beginning of a lot of things, and it's like, yeah, okay, fair enough. But that's really the only, like, they're not even rules. They're just suggestions at that point, right? So you don't see many hard rules for it.
My favorite page in the DM guide is like, hey, everything in this book, discard it if you wish.
Yeah.
It's your game.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that what I'm expecting out of the video is more so less rules on like what your roleplay can be or should be, and more what can I actually achieve through roleplay alone. You know what I mean? Like, how much should raw roleplay without any dice rolls actually be allowed? What can it affect? What can you do by just role playing? Because having that kind of having a line there is fairly useful. You know what I mean? Because a player might be fully capable of like understanding. Like, I remember during the one where we played the first session of Delta Green. And that's it. Where we were in the town and we were talking with people trying to figure out what was going on in the woods, and I, as myself, used a shrike as an example for what might have been going on. And you gave me a bonus die or something to that effect. Either that or you didn't have me roll at all because of that. And I'm guessing that the rules for roleplay may, talk a bit more about that type of, rules around that type of gameplay.
Right. The call of whether or not you need to roll for things, as opposed to just allowing things to happen because of knowledge, right? Or
yes,
action.
Exactly.
Hold on, let me change this region again. It just doesn't seem to be working right. Oh, there's no way to go back to auto? Okay. Weird.
Ooh.
By the way, I was thinking about running this, or like potentially doing a one shot, or if we like it, maybe even doing this as my campaign later. But I believe it was called Eat the Reich.
Yeah, I have that book.
Yep,
I have
zombie,
that game.
zombie Nazis.
Yeah.
Well, it's vampires.
Oh no, zombie vampires. I'm sorry.
It's vampires
Yeah,
that are trying to
Zombies,
eat Hitler.
Hell yeah. I think you mean the funny mustache guy. You
Yeah,
don't wanna,
for sure.
Yeah,
because we're totally monetized.
We don't want to anger the algorithm. Yes. We're all sons of the Patriots now.
There we go. Okay. We'll see. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the regions thing, and it's being annoying. Anyway.
Yeah. Technical difficulties. You're used to this. So
yeah.
In the comments.
yeah. But yeah. Eat the Reg. You were saying, Aiden. Sorry.
I just kind of wanted to confirm the name because I wasn't sure it was called Eat the Reich.
Oh, yeah. No, it is. Yeah. But yeah, going off of what you were saying before, Boo, a lot of books, a lot of the core rules and stuff for a lot of games do actually have a section that they do talk about those kinds of calls from the game master perspective, whatever that might be, right? And so like maybe it is something with that. I don't know. This is a 20-minute video, so I have no idea, right?
We'll
there
see.
could be some stuff that Coville came out with that that is like more hardcore, like hard set rules that he kind of came up with. So like I don't know.
I guess we'll see. I'm interested.
Yeah. So many mats, so few doors. True. And yes, only Garibay is authorized to make rules for roleplay. That is true. That is absolutely true. He's Colville treading on the territory of our Lord. It's unfortunate, but sometimes people just try to usurp him.
How dare.
How dare.
Sometimes people just want to try to play God, and it's disgusting.
It's disgusting, exactly.
Never DM, never play God.
That's right. It's a mental minefield.
Lightly.
Yeah, that's right. Don't take it lightly. Anyway, realize we're close to episode 250, and that seems big. It is. It is. We're getting there. We're on 244 right now.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Fatal then.
No.
Sorry to spoil it, everybody.
All right. So let's see what we've got here from Matthew Perkins.
Honestly, sorry, as just a tiny aside, what the thing is, everybody, that's the meme thing about Fatal. You know, it's like, oh, you can get an anal circumference score or whatever. But what I want to know is what the fuck does that actually do? In the game.
The game is incredibly bad for a lot of things. So I can imagine I know what it's for, just given the themes of the game.
Yeah, it would just be
like
really funny because it's like, oh, if you have a really if it's really small, that means that you're gonna take extra damage if you're like attacked by a fucking roper.
Right.
That'd be funny. Anyway.
Yeah, let me tell you, the Fatal is unfortunately not lighthearted.
It's not. Oh, okay.
No.
I was kind of hoping it would be comedy.
No, it's incredibly serious about a lot of things that are very problematic.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
The design philosophy was influenced by very bad views of people.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yep.
Gotcha.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that takes a lot of the air out of it.
Yep.
The wind out of my
Fatal is very much like, think of it as like the Shadowlands.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Go over there.
Yeah, it's the shadowy place.
Okay.
We don't own that part of the territory.
Gotcha. Okay. Anyway.
All right. So let's see what we've got here for roleplay.
Matt Colville has published a set of rules that has transformed the way that I approach role-playing in Dungeons & Dragons. Now, when you look in the official D&D books, the verbiage you get for mechanical role-playing is friendly,
actually, it would be
hostile,
verbiage. Continue.
Just shut up.
or indifferent. Sometimes this rules-light approach to systems, it does calm me down, but in other instances, the hands-free approach actually stresses me out.
Sure.
And frankly, if I were to approach the single most important role-playing scene in my entire campaign with only the verbiage of friendly, hostile, or indifferent, mate, that makes me hostile.
That's very fair. If you're going by D&G
so
rules specifically, yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, so it's an expansion on D&D 5e's social interaction shit.
Which doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all.
That's completely fine.
Straight up makes me shit. But what really surprised me when I played Maddie C's new role-playing game, Draw Steel. Yes, C. I call him Maddie C. We're just cool like that, whatever.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Yes?
On a first-name basis,
Okay,
on a nickname basis. Holy shit.
You know what? I already like your style. I'm already a fan of the style. No, please. Anyway, go on.
So wait, what I want to know what the I didn't hear what the name of the RPG is, because all I knew of it as was the MCDM RPG, and I've never actually looked into it. So let me pull it back just a hair.
New role-playing game, Draw Steel. Yes, I call him Maddie C. We're just cool like that, whatever. What really surprised me is that they had the same words, friendly, hostile, and neutral. But in this case, they had numbers attached to it, right? And somehow these numbers make the system feel more robust. I can grab onto a number when I am stressing out in a role-playing scene, and it's going to stop me from drowning. So
Okay, so
let's wait a little.
I wanted to talk about D&D 3.5 has numbers associated with roleplay. In the terms of diplomacy checks specifically, and not deception. It wasn't deception, but it you know what I mean. Deception checks.
Yeah. Bluff.
Thank you. Yes.
I'm a nerd.
Yeah. There you go. So now it had. And has like a sliding scale if you will,
Mm.
of you start at 0 basically for neutral and you go up and down, right, to like 100 on either side. It's probably not that big, but maybe it is. And every successful whatever check or failed whatever check, you could go up and down that scale on an NPC's temperament, right?
Okay.
So they classified it with numbers and such so that it could be discernible and graspable for people to run the game with. Now, personally, I don't think we need that. I don't think. I mean, is it helpful? It's an option that's there. Yes. It's something that you can use to kind of better understand and better, get to the point of maybe not needing it. But I think that kind of boxing in social interactions into successful checks is kind of dangerous because you kind of go, and obviously with the scale it doesn't go this way a little bit, but it does kind of lead to that whole I make the diplomacy check and it mind wipes the person into thinking that I'm cool,
Well, it kind of gamifies a person's personality.
Exactly. There's
character's personality, I should say.
Right. There's a few things that I find that it could be not very useful for. Plus, in context for each situation, there's a lot of contributing factors that you do have to consider as an NPC, right? And I think they do have a few examples of that in 3.5, just to add to this sliding scale for whenever a decision comes into play. But again, it's one of those aspects of having so many rules for a lot of things that I'm like, well, this one we can just leave out. I don't think we necessarily need this. And again, it could be helpful for people if they do need it, absolutely. But I don't know. The numbers and stuff make me immediately go,
I can understand that, yeah. But yeah, to me, it's the... eventually, I think you wind up relying on the numbers, and then it's like, instead of actually really thinking about how you might want to talk to the person, you think about ways more so to change the number.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
They become more of a number than a person.
Yes.
If if a scenario were like a specific named NPC, I could see that being done more in like a numbersy, we can math out this conversation approach. But yeah, I agree that for NPCs, it's very dangerous to just go into every conversation with oh yes, what will I roll? What can I make this NPC tell me or give me or do for me?
And actually, this reminds me of a rule in Call of Cthulhu I'm not a fan of it. And I'm gonna be... It comes up when I'm writing because I'm like, oh right, this is not a rule that I will use, but because this is going to be played by people, I need to make sure that it's in there, blah blah blah. But basically, the way it works is every character and NPC has interpersonal skills, which are basically just the talking skills. So like persuasion, fast talk, intimidate, and charm. So in the base Call of Cthulhu 7th edition rules, if a character has a 50 in any of those stats, you have to make a hard success to, succeed at charming them. If they have 50 charm, you have to get a hard success in order to charm them with a skill roll. Which, that makes perfect sense, because, essentially trying to bullshit a bullshitter with
game
fast
sees
talk,
game.
because they're skilled at fast talking, so they can see through you. But for me, I prefer to have a interpersonal skill roll require a hard success or not, be dependent on the situation and the standing of the characters rather than just the numbers. Not a big fan of that, because I don't really know. You know, it just doesn't really sit right with me.
Well, it's the thing of like, even if somebody fucking hates you, if you can present yourself as like reasonable enough, they could begrudgingly accept.
Exactly.
Right. So like, I don't know, and even if they could use it against you later on, even they could like spin it. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of things where it could be something that, you know, it does progress forward in the quote unquote relationship, regardless of their standing. But again, like you said, the situation and stuff is what's more important to me in these social interactions, rather than some sort of skill or stat.
Rather than just blanket numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today, we're looking at Matt Colville's negotiation rules. This is an intuitive framework that facilitates meaningful roleplay in high-stakes conversations. And if you're the kind of person that finds these kind of conversations tricky, stressful, mate, just check this out.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yo.
Hell
yeah! Yo!
Fuck yeah!
Let's go!
Alright, I love this. I love this so far, so much so far. Okay.
Yes, very good. I love the energy. I love the fucking stupid shit.
Yeah. It's also like using that blank space well and everything. Like I just, yeah, okay. I know every time I talk about this when we're watching videos where they just have so much blank space and they never use it, and it's like, oh well, in this stylization you've got him obviously front and center with the purple in the background and everything, and then you're utilizing the space around him so well just to communicate a bunch of things to the audience. Like, you don't have to, and he's not just having to say it to you, you know? It doesn't interrupt the flow of the video or anything that much, because it's also part of this whole, like, that's neat, I like that, you know?
Yeah, it's a well-made video. And it is comedy that is funny, which is kind of rare in these kinds of videos.
Yeah.
At least the ones that we have to watch.
In this interpretation of places, because this is interpreting hardline jersey, fans may disagree. Okay. Because it's played in
Oh my god.
Absolutely. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Okay. Good.
I ain't reading all that.
Not sponsored. I'm just a fan who bought the game. There you go. Hey. And that means that at least you can say that he's not a he hasn't been swayed because he's been sponsored or anything, right? So
you can trust him.
Yeah, it's important to at least say that. And of course, being critical of it, if he is critical of it, will help with that. So
I would love it if I give out copies of my shit and people are like, "Yo, I got this for a review. I got it for free, so everything I say is bullshit. Don't listen to me."
Hell yeah.
That would be funny.
That'd be good.
I would love that.
I am a paid actor. Hello.
Yes, I'm a paid actor. All of this is lies. Fuck you. Now watch the video.
Right. Oh.
Yep, that's what I thought.
But let's clarify, when should you be using these negotiation rules? Because not every social interaction becomes a negotiation. Instead, these rules are only for high-stakes conversations where the players have a plausible request that they're asking an NPC, and that NPC has some interest in negotiating with the players, and that NPC has some reason not to immediately just jump on board and go along with whatever the players are proposing.
Okay.
But don't worry, we are not replacing standard.
What's the term for imprinting?
Yeah,
the NPC doesn't imprint upon the party.
God damn it. No,
I heard. I got you. Yeah, no, I got
what did you say, Boo?
you came up with the word imprinting, and I said, yes, the thing that happened in Twilight.
Yes. The thing that we all try to forget every day. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, no, you got a lot of puppy dog syndrome, if you will, sometimes.
role playing. If your players just want to interrogate a goblin to find out where their lair is, that is your standard intimidation check. If they want to flirt with a wizard to try and get a better price on the scroll of subscribe YouTuber, that's your standard persuasion check. The biggest green flag you'll ever get that you are entering an appropriate negotiation scene is when the players are approaching an NPC with a plausible request. In fact, you should make the players write that request down. Princess, we believe your advisor is secretly a villain. Please arrest them.
Plausible is misspelled.
Oh, no.
Yep. Sorry.
I gotta disregard every single thing that you say. Yeah.
Arrest them.
Yep.
Look, the five of us are all your
Yeah. Everything hereafter is now void.
Yes.
father. Join
Sorry,
the
it's the
dark
internet.
side.
It's the rules.
Yeah.
Honey, I swear, D&D, it's not nerdy, it's really fun. Just give it a go. Play a one-shot with us. You'll love it. But you'll notice I am hammering on that word plausible. It has to be a plausible request. The players can't convince an NPC to act out of character. In fact, here's a paragraph from the PDF which really convinced me to use these rules.
Okay.
Negotiation is not a process that changes an NPC's character. Rather, the heroes are trying to make an NPC understand how behaving differently would actually be in character.
Okay. I appreciate and like how this is first off presented to us. I do really like the kind of utilizing kind of a coding kind of thing. But I also really appreciate that this is very understandable as the situation, like trying to really just define exactly when this would be used. It's just, it makes it so that we can, because my immediate fear that I had in the beginning is gone, thankfully, because the literal words here have told me, oh yeah, it's not mind control, and I'm like, hell yeah, okay, cool. I wouldn't expect it to be, right? But, like, at the same time, it's just good to see that it's in writing.
Yeah.
That's so cool. During a negotiation, the NPC starts with 2 stats. That's interest and patience. This is your first job. You need to set the starting value of these 2 stats. The NPC's interest is a measure of how willing they are to go along with the party and grant their request. This ranges from a value between 0 and 5, and it's going to go up and down throughout the negotiation. If the value ever reaches 5, then the negotiation ends, because at that point, the NPC 100% agrees with the players and is willing to grant their request. Patience is a little bit different. This is a measure of how willing the NPC is to actually have this conversation. And this number only goes down as the conversation goes on. If it ever reaches 0, then the conversation immediately ends and the NPC makes their final offer to the party. And that offer is determined by what level their interest is at that very moment. So when you're doing that first job of deciding what the starting value of this NPC's patience and interest should be, you need to consider the circumstances that the party is walking into. What is the attitude of this NPC? Check out this table. Here's those words again: friendly, neutral, hostile. But these numbers are helpful. You'll see as the NPC trusts the party more, the numbers are higher, and that's good. Now it's time to have a think about how this negotiation will end. What will be the outcome? What is the offer this NPC will make? Well,
I just wanted to say thank you, Matt Colville, for a table that I will now include in my own systems when running it.
Yeah, it's incredibly simple and easy to steal.
Yeah.
there are 6 possible options, and each option is tethered to a different level of interest in the NPC. It ranges from 0 to 5. So from lowest interest level to highest, we have no and something bad, no, but something good, then yes, but something bad, then yes, and then yes and something good.
Yeah, it's just an easy, like, quote, kind of fail forward-ish and consequence table, which is very good to have, especially for something that is a negotiation, right? Because like you want it to be that there is some consequence for if they were to fuck it up super royally, or if they do super well. You want them to feel rewarded, you know. So good on you, Matt. Good on you for this.
I think I only have one concern at the moment that may or may not be addressed. Hopefully it will be. The fact that we have a scale of 0 to 5 is, my question is, how do we actually go about, increasing and decreasing this stuff? Because if it is nothing, like you can only go up or down with successful skill rolls and stuff like that, rather than just being able to talk to them, that will make this a very difficult system. If only because having lots of rolls kind of makes failure more likely.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I'm wondering if it's going to be something. We're obviously going to see the actual process, so I want to see if it is more just based off of conversation than it is dice. I would hope so, and you could have some dice in there here and there to try to it's it's like quote unquote having a cheat, right?
Having a cheat
in the sense of your in kind of like a game of chance, and you have these cheats that you can kind of spend. So like you're doing your poker game, and then you could potentially utilize this cheat to affect if you get a better, if you have better cards or not, right? It's just something that is if you have maybe higher, I don't know, intelligence or something would maybe add to
I
it.
see. Yeah.
Yeah. It's some sort of resource that you could potentially utilize inside of these negotiations for a dice roll when it's all just kind of conversation, you know?
And
then
I'm sorry. Are you saying a resource you can spend, inspiration or something in these conversations? Oh, okay.
So
or giving you a bonus die or advantage if it's an intellectual conversation with another intellectual.
Exactly.
Like that.
I'm wondering about something like that, because then it could potentially make things better or worse how you do with it, and so it becomes that gamble of do I utilize this inspiration to the conversation, however you want to call it, right? And then it's oh, okay, so then while you're talking about this, it's more likely that it will convince them to the next tier of interest, right? Or if you fail your roll, it's ooh, okay, well your argument better be good, because otherwise it might actually make them go down 2, it's something like that, right? It could be neat to kind of have that bit to kind of reward your character who's going into it, for being prepared, even having a bunch of research done and everything. It might not even be linked to a stat. It's just your level of preparedness for this conversation,
bringing some notes to the debate.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
Yeah, no, legitimately. There could be something there to kind of reward that gamification of it a little bit here and there, right?
And obviously, the other thing that I kind of forgot when I made that initial statement is that the characters have the NPCs have a starting value of patience and interest.
Yes.
So in order to make it so one is easier or harder, you just have them start with higher or lower.
Exactly.
So, respectfully, there we go.
I do appreciate YouTubers leveraging other video skills and otherwise talking to the camera videos. Yeah, absolutely. This is quite good.
Yes.
Didn't Jenny D do this same advice in a video? I don't know. Probably. I'm not sure. Haven't watched all of Jenny D's videos. We've watched them here and there. But if
we tend to kind of not talk about really good videos because it's basically just yes,
yeah,
good, yes, and that's all we have to say.
There are occasions where they can spawn additional conversation, but those occasions are unfortunately rare.
Which is a damn
because
shame
they usually cover exactly what we say, and it's
yeah, we're not as smart as we sound. sometimes.
Oh, I never claimed to
Other
be
people
smart.
thought
I
of
just
it
know
too.
things.
No. Well, isn't that kind of being smart?
No, absolutely not. Because I could know something but not know how to utilize it effectively.
Yeah, that's very true.
Anyway, they both probably pulled the yes, no, and but from the Colville video. Oh, well, Ginny D did that yes, no, and but, and we did actually cover that. That's true. Is that the same? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying for like the outcomes and stuff. We were talking about with that one. It's the yes and not always being the correct way to role play and improv. Because sometimes no but or no and or yes but. Each of those could be better responses or appropriate responses, right? So like, yeah, maybe that's where this has kind of come from, that kind of idea. And honestly, it makes sense. I mean, that's just kind of how like conversations sometimes work if you really boil them down.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Now, here you want to be referring back to the player's original request to make sure you're really taking it into account. You did write it down, didn't you? Didn't you? Hope so. Now, this part really comes down to personal preference, because some of you will be comfortable just improvising the final result using this table, but some of you will want to prep it. You'll want to anticipate what the player's request is going to be, and then you might want to jot down some notes for each of these options.
Yeah.
As an example, let's take a look at that request we talked about earlier. Hey princess, we think your advisor is a villain, please arrest them. Here's what I would write for that situation. At 0 interest, it's no, your challenge to my advisor's loyalty has only deepened my trust in them. And get out of my underwater castle. I don't care if you have to swim or teleport, but if you're not gone in 4 seconds, I'm going to start swinging. At 1 interest, it's just no, I'm not going to do that. At 2 interest, it's no, I'm not going to do that. But if you're so insistent on meddling in my affairs, I would appreciate it if you could try and locate my missing father. Here's a clue. At 3 interest, it's yes, okay, I'll look into what my advisor has been up to, but it is too much to ask me to arrest them. Instead, I will just suspend them from royal duties. At 4 interest, the princess says, yep, sure, okay, we will confine my advisor to quarters while an investigation is underway. And at 5 interest, the players get the best result, which is yes and. Yes, I will lock up this traitorous advisor while we investigate and have this reward. You can roll once on the very rare armaments table from the new Dungeon Master's Guide. Yeah, that's right, I've got the Dungeon Master's Guide, says the princess. But
I mean, good for you. I mean, it's D&D 2024, so your mileage may vary. But I want to say what I do appreciate about these examples and stuff that have been pulled out is also the stuff that came before, which was hey, you might be cool with doing this as improv. If you're good with that, go for it. But this is for the people that might not actually be that comfortable with improv. And it's like, oh, you're covering like everybody. Good job.
You're covering bases.
Thank
Huzzah.
you. That's good because we need to have these kinds of things. Ginny D is probably one of the best in the space. Probably, honestly. Yeah. I would venture to say yeah.
just a sec, let's zoom out from this negotiation stuff and divorce this table from the negotiation rules, because this is useful just for regular play in any RPG. Sometimes in regular roleplay, when I'm not sure how an NPC feels or how willing they are to work with the party, I'll just roll a d6, place that number somewhere on this table, and then as we roleplay, I'll shift it up or down, depending on what the players say.
See, there you go. Immediately, this is the usage of, oh, well then we're just having a conversation, and while we're going through, I'm assessing, basically, as the NPC, the characters and what their arguments are, whatever it might be, how convincing they are. So it's not even, like, rolling anything necessarily, it's just you are just using this to help yourself. You know, which is great. That immediately is like, you know, an answer to what you were saying of it not being necessarily the roles and stuff. So,
yeah,
good shit. I don't know if that's like how it's portrayed in the playtest material, but at least from what I gather, it might be. And regardless, utilizing it in this way is better, and I would think more appropriate.
It's so helpful, I recommend it immensely. Then this is your second job. You need to decide what kinds of arguments will be effective on this NPC's personality, because every negotiation scene is different depending on the personalities involved. Matt Colville mechanizes an NPC's personality during a negotiation through traits called motivations and pitfalls.
Ooh.
In my experience, the sweet spot is to have 3 motivations and 2 pitfalls. A motivation is a core belief the NPC has, so if the party appeals to that belief, they can expect better results. A pitfall, however, is the opposite. It is a value that the NPC would be insulted to have attributed to them. Matt Colville's game Draw Steel gives us 12 personality traits to choose from, but if you feel like these words don't encompass your NPC's personality, you can totally make up your own motivations and pitfalls.
That's true.
But we're going to go through these 12 today, and I will give you an example of characters in popular media that hold...
You put 10 twice. Disregard. Disregard everything. It's over.
And this is how you know it's a great video, where we basically have to make bullshit jokes instead of just like laugh or watching the video, you know.
Yeah.
Because like it's all just good, and we're just interested in like hearing.
Yeah, I'm
more.
I'm enthralled, and I like what the system is, and like the usage of it from all of the examples is immediately like, this is great. Yeah, let's do this instead of further gamifying the NPC, I suppose, you know? Because again, like we were talking about, that's kind of a pitfall that you might have, using the terminology. But yeah, no, it's I'm happy. I'm having a good time. It's good.
So you know what I will say? All these stats and the numbers and everything, all the pitfalls and beliefs or motivations, whatever, they are all exceptionally good. I really like it. My only thing is that given how these are meant for a negotiation with an important character and all that good stuff,
sure.
It feels like these are, at least in terms of individual characters, these feel kind of like a one and done type deal. You know what I mean? Where we'll use the princess as an example.
Sure.
And we'll assume that the characters are correct about the advisor. So you get into the negotiation with the princess. You convince her to lock up her thing. The investigation goes through. He's found guilty. Princess is thankful. Blah blah blah. However, that's after that, there's probably not really gonna be any more negotiations with the princess unless they're just asking for money or something like that. Well, because they've kind of proven themselves to be trustworthy, and it just seems like you wouldn't really need to go through the big whole process a second time.
It depends on what the request would be, right? Because it could be something that is more unreasonable, quote unquote, right? That is something that would require her to do something that would maybe be seen as not as good of a ruler immediately, you know? You can really make up a lot of reasons, I think, to have some of these kind of conversations going into play. And really, what I would say is that the best and the most useful part of it, I think, is the interest and patience part. Like, the rest of it is good and all, don't get me wrong, but like just having the tracker, I feel like a visible tracker is really where I would go, oh yeah, this is where it really shines, you know?
Absolutely.
So and like the additional stuff is just to add that kind of tension, I feel, right?
Add tension, add more detail, make it so that your players have more ways to affect the actual negotiation itself by utilizing these personality traits and stuff like that.
Exactly. So like, yes, it could very well be that it's one and done, but it also could be additional. Depending.
Alejo, I'm sorry. You said having the like a physical tracker would increase tension.
No.
How?
No. Not the tracker only. It's the utilization of these motivations and pitfalls that increases the tension, because if they go into a conversation, that and they hit these specific pitfalls, it could make their negotiation even worse. And they might not even, like, they would have to, quote unquote, suss that out as they're talking to the person, right? And once they, as they see that their conversation is kind of going further, down in their interest, or their patience is wearing thin, if you will, because of all the things they keep fumbling, then it increases the tension, because you've added these character traits that you can visibly like track and see, oh, if they actually bring up utilizing this, let's say higher authority is a pitfall, like appealing to the fact that the princess, if we're using the same example, could have more authority that in the kingdom, and be seen as a more powerful ruler. Hell, maybe power is also a pitfall, right? Then it's like, oh shit, well, so you've kind of like, because you've created your princess in such a way and they're trying to argue that, then it's like, ooh, well, now I can respond in a way that increases the tension further, because I've pre-planned this and actually like made the character themselves like not amenable to those kinds of arguments, right? It's helpful in creating these scenarios that could be more tense.
Gotcha. Okay.
What he said, yes.
But ultimately, my whole point with the interests and the patience thing is just having a visible thing that you can use at any time, rather than just the motivations and pitfalls all the time. Like just having that as a physical reference is just nice to have. I think that's just incredibly valuable, and probably the most valuable part of this system. Also, can I mention, because I've been noticing it, with the whole, he's been weaving the subscribing thing into the video, because right there, that pitfall or motivation right there is subscribing, and he hasn't like brought it up, and it's just kind of like part of the thing. And before he was talking about it as well, but like it wasn't the fucking stupid bell and the all that kind of stuff. Now, if he adds that in later on, like in the middle, I'll be fine. It'll make me go, but it'll be fine enough, right? But like, so far, it's just that subtlety that I really appreciate, because it's like, I actually might, because you seem to like have good quality and also aren't shoving it in my face. I appreciate this.
You're respecting my intelligence.
Yes. So I just good.
I'm an authority.
Also, but it might make me overlook the fact that you put 2 10s. It might make me overlook it. I don't know.
Big might.
These values as either a motivation or a pitfall. I'm gonna sit down. Does your NPC believe in sharing what they have with others, or do they see benevolence as a sign of weakness? Ted Lasso would have benevolence as a motivation, because he cares about the personal development of his players more than the team winning. Then Scrooge would have benevolence as a pitfall, because he despises charity. Is your NPC interested in discovering new lore or ancient artifacts or forgotten places? Or is your character afraid of the unknown with no interest in discovery? Willow Rosenberg from Buffy the Vampire Slayer would hold discovery as a motivation, because she's interested in unlocking new arcane secrets. However, the typical bubble boy archetype would have discovery as a pitfall, because literally new things in the outside world can harm them.
I thought that the usual thought for that is that they would really rather, like, they would want to discover things more because they can't. It's like, that's the whole thing. Like, I get what you're trying to go for, but I thought that usually that's the archetype.
The other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Also, How about a trust scale for NPCs? Each task would have different levels to them that adds or subtracts. That's kind of what the motivation thing is, and why the scales of like friendly to hostile is there, so that you can start at a certain degree of interest and a certain degree of patience to then it would then move and such. Like the trust thing I feel is less necessary because I feel like you can gauge whether or not an NPC will trust the players based off of what they've done and what they've said, right? If they're going about like accusing, well, you keep using the princess example with this advisor. If they go about and they accuse the advisor, and the princess just completely doesn't believe them, well, then her trust goes down because they just accused one of her like most important people. And obviously, if later on it is revealed that the advisor is evil and
filthy mustache twirler,
exactly, if it is revealed in that way, maybe after damage is done or something has happened, or they catch him right before he does his dastardly putting her on the train tracks plan.
Classic, yes.
Bring it back.
Their meddling dog.
Yes, exactly. Then, her trust of them will go up, and probably considerably. Like, you can easily judge, I feel at least, that you can just say what their trust of the players are. But if you do want something that is similar, you could just add another tracker that is the 0 to 5 at any point. I feel it's easy to replicate, right? This very simple table and all of this stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, the way it's been described so far, I kind of just had interest sort of kind of half double as trust.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
In our culture, a mustache twirl is a sign of respect. What's wrong with you? Sorry. Yes,
so you're from the villain. So you're a villain then.
It's my.
I see.
I'm sorry. It's my prejudice. I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm very prejudiced against Disney
mustache
villains.
twirling.
Yes.
Does your NPC want no authority above them and desire no authority on those below them? Or do they see a world without authority as one rife with turmoil and chaos? Jack Sparrow would be someone who values freedom. This would be his motivation. He just wants to sail the open seas and be a pirate. However, Dolores Umbridge, if you tried to appeal to her sense of freedom, well, she believes that children need strict rules and authority over them, so that wouldn't be effective. That's her pitfall. Does your NPC desire wealth and resources above all others? Or are they motivated by something deeper than material wealth, so that if you tried to cheapen them by buying their participation, they would be insulted? See Montgomery Burns from The Simpsons? He has the greed motivation. $1 for eternal happiness. I think I'd be happier with the dollar. However, the dude from The Big Lebowski, he does not have the greed motivation. He has a greed pitfall. He just wants to get his rug paid for. He doesn't want anything else. Is your NPC staunchly loyal to a person or authority they see as being higher than themselves? Or do they scoff at the idea of...
Me neither.
Is it?
Yeah, it paused. We're good.
Yeah. No, I was asking, is it worthwhile?
From everything that I hear, it's unconventional and very good. I've yet to watch it myself. It's on my list.
Yeah. Interesting.
At the idea of serving another. Duncan Idaho from Dune, he is fiercely loyal to the Atreides. This is his motivation, higher authority. However, Dr. House, he is cynical, atheistic, he mocks faith, and he is dismissive of hospital protocols. He has the higher authority pitfall. Does your NPC want to see the righteous rewarded and the wicked punished, or do they not see the world as an inherently just place? Eddard Stark from Game of Thrones has the Justice motivation.
No, there's another. You fucked it up. You cut off the who?
Oh my god.
Oh my
You
god.
did.
Get him.
What the hell? One more and this video is just
Yeah, I just can't. I
trash.
just can't take anything away from this. If you do it one more time, I swear to God.
10 out of
What
10.
happened?
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Get it? Because 2 10s? No? Okay, fine.
He's obsessed with honor, he's obsessed with fairness, even to his own detriment. However, with the Justice pitfall is Cersei Lannister, who probably thinks Eddard Stark is very naive. Does your NPC desire fame while they're alive and acclaim that lasts long after they've died?
What is happening, Alejo?
Oh, I was
If
just
you look at
the pictures
We're
from the
making a
last
joke
thing.
about all.
Yeah.
You see the scale there, that D12 scale. For the last like 4 or so in a row, there have been 2 10s on that list.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that and the pictures themselves were covering over words, and it's literally nothing. It's just a
Yeah. Just a meme.
yeah. You saw the Big Lebowski
yeah.
and didn't like it. That's fair.
Handball.
That's fair. It's not for everybody, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Or
It seems to be kind of polarizing.
Oh really? Okay.
Well, like if it's unconventional and very good, but also like some people just have negative opinions of it.
Oh yeah, fair.
they see that kind of vain thinking as a waste of time. With the legacy motivation is Walter White from Breaking Bad. Hey, we're not...
I will say, I do appreciate that he is breaking down each of these with timely references. It does help with the ability for you to understand what they are, obviously. I would say, though, as somebody who does know a lot of these characters and references, that I am biased in this respect, because I would go for... I guess it would just be more of a, like, how do you represent these in a way that's more timeless? Because later down the line, or all this kind of stuff that might happen, people might not even know anything about any of these characters, right? So I'm wondering if there is more of an archetype that you can really kind of encompass a lot of these things for, that would be better for the future. Right.
Yeah, future proofing.
Exactly. And it's not, I'm not like knocking this at all, because again, I live in current day, and and these are a lot of things from media that is pretty good that a lot of people know from the cultural zeitgeist. But like with the Bubble Boy thing, that's a little that seems easier to use as an archetype, because it isn't specific, right? And
yeah, more an archetype rather than a specific character.
Exactly. So there will always be another Dune adaptation. That's probably true.
Yeah.
So that one's future proof to fuck. But like,
yeah. You would
no.
think that, like, oh, Justice. You would think you would pick, I don't know, like Superman.
Superman is one of those timeless kind of icons that has existed
Right?
and will exist forever. That is true.
Yeah.
Or
if you go for like Vengeance, Batman or whatever.
Yeah, you could really.
Or I mean, hell, you could also do Batman for Justice.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It depends on, I guess, how. Honestly, it's a good conversation of like what characters or what archetypes
is this character on
no not even
chart?
that no what archetypes and what kinds of characters can you take that are timeless, right? That can really transcend any culture, anything, right? Because we do see those in a lot of fiction, so, and maybe I suppose you could argue that them using these kinds of archetypes that aren't necessarily known could drum up interest in trying to find those characters and then look into how they act by like looking at clips or something, or reading into what they do, or watching the shows themselves. It just, that in itself requires like research and work, right? Whereas if you were to, I guess, I don't know, it's hard to future-proof something like this because you can't ever know what will be popular, because this is a lot of pop culture stuff, right?
Yes.
So I don't know. It's just a thought. It's just a thought. Nothing bad about it, obviously. Just
in the meth business, we're in the empire business. But then, with the legacy pitfall, is Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. He doesn't care about his reputation, he doesn't care about his legacy, and he thinks that people that do care are losers. Does your NPC just want a quiet life? Or are they somebody who wants a life filled with adventure and excitement and chaos? With the peace motivation, it's pretty much every hobbit in existence, except 5 freaks who just want to live in the Shire and
I'm
smoke
so
weed.
mad he went with a hobbit. I was so hoping he would go with the Hulk for the irony. Because the Hulk may be a violent monster, but all he does want is to be left alone.
It's true. Bruce is quite happy to be just by himself somewhere.
Yeah.
Shouldn't vengeance be the Avengers? If they're called that, then they're not about vengeance. What are we doing? They're avenging. They're not doing
they're about
vengeance.
They're about avenge.
Unless vengeance is just a synonym for avenging, I don't think so. Is it? I don't. Let me. Actually, I've never thought about this.
Yeah, I don't actually. That's a good question.
Avenge. Definition. Inflict harm in return for an injury or wrongdoing to oneself or another. And then
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much vengeance.
vengeance. Definition. Punishment inflicted or retribution exacted for an injury or wrong. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like personal.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that they're not. Well, they kind of are.
Brother, avenge me! God damn it.
Yeah.
I wish I could do a Space Marine voice, man. I just can't.
Yeah, it's kind of the same. I guess it just depends, right?
I guess vengeance is more a noun, whereas avenge is a verb.
Yeah.
It is the verbal form of vengeance. You can't vengeance somebody, but you can avenge someone or
For
avenge
someone
upon someone
for
or
yourself.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Learning.
Words.
I like words.
Me too.
Whatever. However, with the peace pitfall is the Joker from The Dark Knight, who thrives in chaos and tries to sow as much chaos.
You could have just said the Joker. But sure,
Yeah.
we can go for the Dark Knight one. It's not a bad, not a bad example. But I'm just saying you could just say.
I mean, it's honestly one of the best Jokers ever, really.
Yes.
At least on the screen. Maybe there are better ones in the comics.
Oh, for sure, there probably are. It's just most for movie form.
Yeah.
As they can. Does your NPC want power over others, or do they hate the idea of ruling over other people, even though they might respect authority above them? With the power motivation is Francis Underwood from House of Cards, who lies, cheats, and murders his way to the top. However, with the power pitfall is Yoda from Star Wars. You know,
True.
Power leads to the dark side. Probably. I don't know. I don't like Star Wars. Does your
Fair. You know what? I like that you still put in the reference and you do understand who the character is, but I also applaud you for your bravery.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, saying you don't care for Star Wars nowadays is not really, you don't have
Well,
to be too brave to
nowadays,
say
yes.
that now.
I know. I understand. I do get that.
Yeah.
NPC
I don't know about you, man. I love Space Fight.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy. It's I am particularly a fan of binary tussle.
Yes, that too. Remember that time they fucking lasered that star?
Yeah, I do. I remember.
I loved that part.
That's
because
crazy.
they said it's laser in time. And
That's
then
right.
lasered.
And then the lasered
Yes.
all
Awesome.
over that star.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Vader and Palpatine high five.
Yeah.
Yo.
It was crazy, dude. And then they
somebody make
started
an
playing
AI video
Fortnite
of that,
together or
please.
something, right?
Yo,
Like
yeah. Remember that? Remember when the fucking announcement for a Star Wars thing was?
Yes, I do.
fucking-
Jesus Christ. Yes, I do. Oh,
Alejo, do you remember that Worthy Kids video I showed you?
the what?
That Worthy Kids video. Oh, maybe I didn't show it to you.
Was it the like Yoda like with Palpatine?
Yeah,
thing?
yeah,
Yeah. I
Put me
do.
down, you heathen.
Yeah, I do. I do remember that. Yeah.
Land, people, items, or an organization that they want to protect above all others? Or do they see it's not their duty to protect anybody or anything but themselves? With the protection motivation is Geralt of Rivia from the...
Did you just say Geralt?
Yo.
Did you just say Geralt?
Dude.
Yeah, it's Gerald.
It's Geraldine.
Yeah, Gerald. I know that. From Wizarder.
The Wizarder.
The Wizarder.
That reminds me of I've got a Halo audiobook.
Ooh.
And it calls it the Mjolnir.
Oh. Oh, why would you do this to me? Why? Oh.
Yeah.
This is a cognito hazard. Why?
Yeah. The mimetic hazard has entered my brain.
You mean meme tick?
There have been a couple of, like, when I've been listening to audiobooks and they say something and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, and it's you just physically hurt.
Yeah, because I'm just like, why?
It's kind of like someone calling a phalanx of phalanx.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Oh,
Christ.
Witcher. He wants to protect Ciri at all costs. However, with the protection pitfall would be Daniel Plainview from There Will Be Blood. He didn't protect HW Plainview, and if anybody mentions it to him,
Aiden, if you haven't seen that one, you absolutely should.
There Will Be Blood is a great movie, yeah.
There Will Be Blood.
Yes.
Excellent movie.
I would absolutely recommend that. It's
Daniel Day-Lewis, so of course it is.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. It's fantastic. I love his performance.
He does not pick bad scripts, just period.
Mm-hmm. Rare to hear this from the non-movie watcher guy.
Yeah, no, that was one of the ones that I have seen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely worth it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I will check it out.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, a fairly old movie, so you might be able to just find it online for like free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. It was like 2014, I want to say, maybe. Am I crazy? I'll find it. You know what? I might be crazy. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll find out right now.
There. 2007? No way.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say, I don't remember it being that old.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Fantastic movie.
That, you know what? It explains a lot. It's from 2007. It's good.
Yeah, back before the inshitification.
Before the dark times. Or I guess the
ages.
popularization of the dark times, really, because there were still shit movies, but, like, not as popular.
But the ones that major people were releasing were actually good.
Exactly, yeah.
Threatens him, he becomes enraged. Does your NPC just want to have fun and dance and drink, or do they see frivolous social encounters and hedonism as a waste of time? With the revelry motivation is Zeus. Probably. I don't know. I've seen the pictures he eats.
So,
okay.
So you could have gone for Dionysus, but sure.
Yeah.
My guy, you know what? I appreciate you trying, but man, oh man, when you say I don't know, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, come on now.
I mean, you gotta go with the reference that will embody the thing that you're talking about, I would hope.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that you did say you don't know, but I also am like, you could have taken a couple of seconds.
If you didn't know, you shouldn't have used it. I'm sorry. Because everything else has been correct.
Yeah. I can think of things that you probably did know that would have been better representations.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that hurts.
scraped and stuff, ask Dale. Dale will know. But with
I don't
the
know who Dale
revelry
is.
pitfall would be Spock from Star Trek. He sees
True.
partying as
Okay,
illogical.
yeah.
Except for that one time where he got infected by the thing and was like, I just want to be this weird, like, stoned out guy who wants to party with this lady on the planet, dude. Don't worry about it. Shore Leave.
Hell yeah.
I think it's called Shore Leave. No, that's a different one. No, is it? Fuck. I don't remember. Anyway.
No, it's called Star Trek.
Yeah, it's called Star Trek. That's true.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the episode is
I
called,
can't
but
remember the episode. Yeah.
it's weird.
No, it sounds like a good episode, honestly.
It was pretty good, yeah.
I love episodes like that where it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
man, you have this character built up one way, and now it's like, let's fuck around.
Yeah.
Does your NPC have somebody out there they want to see punished, or do they believe that vengeance solves nothing? With the vengeance motivation is Indigo Montoya from the Princess
Okay,
Bride.
that's a good
You
one.
killed my father, prepare to die. However, with the vengeance pitfall would be Aang from The Last Airbender.
True.
He does not want to
Alright.
kill anybody. He believes that vengeance solves nothing.
Those are very
At this
good
point,
choices.
you've
Good
done your
job.
He's
first
cooking,
job of
he's
setting the
cooking.
initial interest and patient values. You've done your second job of deciding the motivations and pitfalls for your NPC, and now it's just one last job. You need to run the negotiation. Thankfully, that's the easiest part because the players do all the heavy lifting. So let's talk about what actions the players can perform during a negotiation. If you send this video to your players, this section is probably the only one they need to watch. I'm not saying the rest of the video is like secret Dungeon Master information. It's fine if they know that too, but your players have not read the player's handbook. They don't own their own dice, and I don't expect them to watch an entire video that's longer than 5 minutes. So, hi players. Hey, how are you? As a player, when you enter a negotiation scene, the Dungeon Master will ask...
Dude, I really wish that when he did that, he had Subway Surfers pop up on the left side.
Ooh, that would
That
be
would've been really
incredible for a second. He just does it for that one brief moment.
Yeah, just for a little bit.
Yeah,
just for a little bit.
yeah. That'd be kind of funny. Older does not always mean better. That is true. Don't get me wrong, but like older than the today times kind of does to a degree. Unfortunately.
In regards to what?
And movies.
Oh, yes.
Well, so now I will say there have been quite a few exceptions here and there, but if we're talking about pop culture movies, a lot of the time it is older, unfortunately, does mean better.
Yeah.
But there are still shits. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying all older movies are good. Don't ever think that I say
Thanos,
that.
The Hands of Fate.
Oh, yeah.
Birdemic.
And-
Although that's a fun movie. That's bad, but it's fun.
It's bad, but it's fun.
And there's also new movies which absolutely rock. Iron Lung being one of them.
I still need to see that. Yeah.
Congrats to Markiplier.
Yeah,
I hear good things.
I still need to see it too.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Did you see that, like, the first week it came out, Disney was, like, running block and saying that, like, oh, their movie was better, but
They do that
got
every
outperformed?
fucking time.
They do it every time.
Every fucking time. They're like, our movie was #1 in the everything. But
Mhm.
nobody fucking believes that anymore, Disney. I'm sorry.
No one believes it.
fucking
It's-
believes that.
I think that's how you really know you've made it, when
Yeah.
you make a movie and Disney is like, no, you're not doing better than us.
Yeah,
Rage crying
exactly.
face.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Love it. Good for him.
Good for him, for sure. I actually want to watch. There's
Yeah.
another thing that he was in that was like this. I think it was a movie where the point of it was you couldn't fall asleep, otherwise you died because of something. I want to see how he does in that too.
You mean Nightmare on Elm Street?
No, that's no, it's not like that, but hold on.
I really hope he releases Iron Lung on YouTube.
Ooh, that'd be
That
cool.
would be
Yeah.
awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe after it's completed its big, like, run. For
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
You know,
It-
its
it
most
already
profitable
has.
portion.
Oh, has it?
Well, I mean,
It's no longer in theaters.
Oh, okay. He
Okay.
might
Yeah.
now. To be fair, he might have a deal with some streaming company or something, which I wouldn't fault him for at all. You know.
Mm.
Hold-
I just really want to like buy it on YouTube and like give him money directly.
Oh yeah, fair. That is absolutely fair.
I think he probably
wanna-
has a Patreon. You can just give him money that way.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hold on. There's The Edge of Sleep. That's what it's called. It's a TV series.
Ah.
My apologies. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So he was in that, and apparently it was 6 episodes long. So I want to see how he does in that too, because Markiplier's cool. Anyway.
Ask you to make persuasion, intimidation, or deception checks. And whenever you make one of these checks, the result will...
Okay, so now I'm scared. Because we're going into roles now, even though before I was like, ooh, we can do the conversation thing, and that seems more in tune with this. But if we're doing the roles to influence the scale, that makes me immediately go, ooh, that's 3.5s, which I was also not a fan of. So,
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Obviously, you can run this without using it, right? So, you know, use it however you wish to. But,
yeah.
Sinners, that's a new movie that's great. Yeah, I heard about Sinners, actually. Yeah, I hear that that's good.
Sinners, I heard it was good.
I hear that Weapons is also very good. I do want to watch that too.
Never even heard of that one.
Yeah, it's one of the newer ones. Markiplier is self-distributed, so he may run into some complications with streaming/international distro, which tend to buy movies in groups. Okay, so maybe he could just put it on YouTube then, easier. I don't know.
Yeah,
it would be nice to know what's going on behind the scenes for him for it. But we'll see. A lot of movies are on YouTube now, so you can kind of just buy them. I have YouTube Premium, so like I think if I watched it, it would pay him directly with it. I haven't watched a single movie on YouTube. It's so convenient, and yet I don't do it. Iron Lung is listed at
fucking boring.
Iron Lung is listed at my theater for Monday. Was planning to see it then. Oh, okay. So it still is in theatrical runs. Okay, cool.
Ah, okay. So yeah.
So maybe
if it's still running in theaters, maybe once, like I don't even know how to describe it. Like the most profitable portion or time for a movie is like maybe like a few weeks after it releases.
I think so. Yeah.
And then after that, like your ticket sales just like drop off a cliff.
It depends on the movie, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Fall into 3 possible bands of outcome. The first band is 11 or lower, which is a failure. The second band is 12 or higher, which is a partial failure or a partial success. And the third band is 17 or higher, which is a success. During the negotiation, as a player, you have 3 actions you can take. You can try and get a read on the NPC, you can make an argument, or you can accept an offer. And just to make the rest of this explanation a lot easier to follow, I'm going to keep this information about these 2 important stats up on the screen. The first stat is interest, which is how willing the NPC is to grant your request. The second stat is patience, which is how willing they are to...
He's doing this for if the players are just only watching now, which
right.
I'm fair. And I also don't think that it's unreasonable for him to put this here after it's been 15 minutes and he hasn't really talked about this for a while. Like I think it's perfectly reasonable to re-establish what this is.
Keep having this conversation. Both of these range from 0 to 5. When you try to get a read on the NPC, you make an insight check, but if you fail, their interest goes down. If you succeed, you'll learn something about the NPC's motivations or pitfalls. When you make an argument...
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, let's go over these choices here. Because I do want to...
You're rolling a persuasion check or an intimidation check.
Where is the... There we go. Okay. So...
Their interest goes down. If you succeed, you'll learn something about the NPC's motivation.
Okay, that's where we can kind of go from. So, I like the idea of having these things that you can do during the negotiation that can, like, this is what I was talking about with the insight, or no, I'm sorry, the inspiration kind of things, right? Now this is less to do with their planning and all of that kind of stuff, which is fine. You know, it's you didn't have to go with exactly what I was thinking, right? So if it works, it works. Now already, and actually I need to bring it back even further. So we're at 1613. But I want to talk about that 3 bands of results thing. How are we feeling about it in terms of this system?
I don't like that that there isn't really any how do I say it? I think my issue is that at least apparently right now there's only the three numbers present. It's like 21, 20, and 17, I think it was, or something.
It's
Or
it's
12.
11, 12, and then 17 or more.
Yeah. So I'm not. I don't really understand why you would only have those three numbers as your success.
Oh no! It says 12 or more, and then 17 or more, and then 11 or lower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So those are ranges.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm wondering about the usage of rolling for it, because
yeah,
I get that it's utilizing what the characters are specialized in with the persuasion, intimidation, and deception checks, right? Because they have their modifiers and stuff, it makes it so it's more or less likely for them to succeed and fail and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I understand why. I guess this is more my bias against having these kinds of roles in there to just influence the role play aspect of it, I guess, because I know we do it all the time for using intimidate and persuasion and deception. Like, we role play and then usually, go for a check or something to see if it does go through. But again, I prefer at least having it so that you are kind of more so going off of like how the conversation is going rather than dice rolls.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately I'm just kind of like, we can, sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not like directly opposed to it, but I wouldn't use it myself.
Mm-hmm. I think, at least for the moment, I'm cool with it because it's, at least in this instance, the way I'm seeing it is like, let's say the it wouldn't be this cut and dry, where the way I'm seeing it is we're talking to the person, and then you do your insight check to figure out, or to try to figure out their motivations or pitfalls.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like, okay, princess, we're here to talk. Yeah, okay, great. So how do you feel about power?
No, it's not like that.
And that's
Absolutely.
where it's like, yeah, it's not going to be like that, but I understand that if you were to try to make that insight check and it fails, there would, I understand that it would, they would lose patience, which,
Yeah, I guess it's utilizing the roleplay aspect of you're trying to ask probing questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
To see how they react to such a thing, to try to figure out what their motivation or a pitfall is. So, like, if you say something in a way that makes it so it's, like, incredibly obvious, and they go, what the fuck are you doing? Then, they lose some patience, sure. I like, so far, at least, this is what's hanging me up about these roles, rather than using something like the insight and stuff, because that seems more risk-reward, in a way that is kind of divorced from them trying to argue to the NPC. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, that's my thing, where it's like, we're in this discussion, and all of a sudden you're trying to ask something that's not directly related to the discussion.
Yeah.
So the role is whether or not you're able to slip that in.
Exactly.
Intelligently.
Yeah. Which I'm a fan of.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Aiden, do you have any ideas, any thoughts on it so far?
So, my opinion keeps going back and forth because on one hand, I think that, sorry, it's still going back and forth.
Yeah.
On one hand, I think that the simplicity of, if you are a DM and you have a role that you weren't expecting to have to, like, ask for, than like having like quick and easy numbers just in the back of your mind as like success or failure numbers does lend itself to like quick play, which is tempting to want to approve. But I think you struggle with the D&D 5e problem, which is that you lose some specificity in your game. And that is a line that like I can't draw for anyone else.
Sure.
He's no
I
artisan, folks.
Yeah, I'm no artisan.
Yeah, go on.
I might fuck around with it in the future to see how it feels, but I probably like it's not too hard for me to just go, 15.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like, so I don't really get this.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you in the whole bouncing back and forth between it. It's just this one thing that keeps making me go, you're gamifying, and like, yeah, obviously we're playing a game. Don't get me wrong, but like you're gamifying the roleplay too much for me, I guess, with the results kind of thing, because I see it more as let's see what you say. You can get these like ideas from doing these insight checks or whatever else. And like I was saying, I would personally, give them more advantages or like usages of such things like that insight because of, their prep and stuff and what they know about the character and maybe their relationship to that character and all this kind of stuff. So that they have more of the opportunity to do that and maybe succeed because of their relationship they've been fostering with this person, right? And it's kind of baked into how the system is in terms of like their temperament towards you, with the patience and the interest thing that they get from being friendly to hostile, like from before. But it's also just something that I want to reward the players for like taking the time to like go and check in with the person, trying to do things for them, like they're trying to butter them up. Why not make it easier for them in a way, right? They put in the work. Let's do this, right? And again, it is inherent to the system, but like I don't know, the having those results and stuff. I'm like, I just want you to talk. I just want you to talk, all right? Like, yeah, we can do some gamey stuff here and there to see if it's easier for you to like pick up on a tell or something, right? But like, and then you can utilize that in your conversation or something, right? But yeah, I don't know.
Having this conversation.
Yeah, sorry.
I am not particularly a fan of this whole like 3 bands of result idea. Like, why not have your target DC and then like plus or minus 3, and then you have like if you score super low, it's a well, like you have the no but or the yes and no but. But for the DC mod or DC plus or minus 3, and then abject failure is like no, you fail, and also this. Minus 3, oh, you fail, but you get this good thing. You succeed, you don't get this like other bonus. You get it.
Yeah, we have a 3-point scale here versus the other 2 5-point scales. Which is weird.
Which feels like it might be there for simplicity, but at the same time, I would like that consistency. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because we're already making this way more like, you know what I mean? We're effectively making it a much more complicated already.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So we can kind of,
as opposed to just saying, oh, you succeeded on your charm roll, okay, you win.
Exactly. Right.
We're already turning this into a much longer process. There's no point in trying to dumb down just a part of it.
Yeah. Because like I said, with the consistency of it, it makes it easier for you to like see each thing with its 5, and it's like you with that across the board, it makes it easier to remember it too. Like, it's just the 5 things. No, but, no, yes, yes, and, or no, yes, but. So it's just like, oh, okay, we just have that for, like, every part of the process. And it's like, oh, okay. So now I can, like, conceptualize that throughout the process and never have it be, oh, but there's also no, yes.
Yeah.
Both.
And so it's like, okay, but yeah, so let's go back to the insight thing, because that's where we were. Now,
About the NPC's motive.
For this,
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, you want to say more?
Oh, no, I don't know if that was me that unpaused it.
Oh, yeah, it's all good. Yeah, so with this thing, I have no problems with insight. Insight seems good as a thing. I especially like that with the... So it's utilizing the failure, partial failure, and success thing, which I'm like, yeah, I mean, since you're utilizing that system that you've put into place, this is how it works. But having it be the 5 points of it, it's like, with your failure, you get your patients go down by 1. With your partial failure, hell, you could give them the wrong information. Like, make it so that I understand that we're adding more complexity to it, but like, it feels like it's ripe for that role play, right? They get a bad read and they work off of that information, and so the conversation starts taking a turn, and it's like, oh,
you could do that. Just lie to your players.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck, dude?
I mean, it adds more depth to the characters they're talking to, right? And plus, they then get to learn something about that character, so they still get that motivation or pitfall potentially in the future, but at a cost, right? Yeah, you could, but it's just failing forward a bit in that case. And then if they're getting their yes, but because yes is just, yeah, they can learn a motivation or a pitfall. Yes, but could be, ooh, let me think.
They learn a motivation in an incorrect pitfall.
Ooh, okay, yeah, or vice versa,
or reverse it.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's that. I like that idea. And again, it can become something that if they utilize that information, they could potentially learn more from it. It's another fail forward kind of situation, but they would then know for a fact that one of those things is correct. So they still get that information and confirm it, right?
Yeah, it's the classic what is it? It's the classic 2 people on the trail, 1 lies, 1 tells the truth.
Yes.
Which one is which?
Absolutely.
It's that.
Yeah.
Except it's, a negotiation with the demon lord.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly.
So you really want to bank on the one you think you got.
Yeah. And then with your yes and, you might get both a motivation and a pitfall that now. It's like I feel like it adds so much more, and it's so much more of a risk then to utilize this and then utilize the information. Like, you'll still get information regardless, but you're risking the conversation every time,
Yes, exactly.
And I
using it this way actually kind of does away with my concern about these being kind of a one and done thing.
Right.
Because, you'll be learning information and hopefully not pissing the character off so much that they'll never do this negotiation with you again. You can treat the negotiation as more of an intellectual scouting mission, if you will.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Motivations or pitfalls. When you make an argument, you're rolling a persuasion check or an intimidation check, though sometimes you're making a deception check instead. What happens is the conversation continues as normal, the party says whatever they say, and then the dungeon master decides what motivations the party is appealing to. They use that information to decide what table the party is rolling on. There are 4 possible choices here. The dungeon master will ask themselves, is the party appealing to a motivation? Or is the party appealing to a pitfall? Or is the party appealing to neither a motivation nor a pitfall? Or Is the party telling a lie? If your group is having trouble working out which of these 4 categories the player's argument falls into, then you can zoom out of the role-playing and instead have a clarifying conversation on a meta level just to work out where to place this stuff.
Sure,
The best kind of argument you can make is when you appeal to an NPC's motivation. Because on this table, the results of failing aren't so bad, and the rewards for succeeding are the best ever.
Sure.
Because if you succeed, you can increase their interest without draining them and reducing their patience. That's fantastic.
So, yeah, you can see patience decreases by 1, NPC's interest increases by 1, their patience decreases by 1, success, the NPC's interest increases by 1. Again, you could go into this and make it so that it's the 5 tiers like we've been talking about. So if we were to put that into every single one, it would make it better for me at least. But again, this also now is talking about rolling and such, utilizing the rolling. So it's like if we go away from that, you just think about how it works, and you still have your 5 tiers, but you can just place how the conversation kind of would appeal to that character in whatever way, based off of a few other factors of like their reputation, their standing, like all that kind of stuff that we've been talking about, right? So it still is usable without rolling.
Yes.
Exactly. Like, this seems far too spreadsheety and
Yes.
like conversation tree-y.
Yeah.
Than it needs, or this seems way more that way than it needs to be.
Yeah, it seems to be put into a box, whereas D&D or any TTRPG in my experience has been more freeform a lot of the time.
Yeah.
However, keep in mind each motivation can only be successfully appealed to once during the negotiation. The worst kind of argument you can make is when you accidentally appeal to an NPC's pitfall. This insults them and your argument automatically fails. You don't get to roll. Instead, their interest and their patience both go down. Though sometimes you're...
So I understand the idea.
Yeah, it should really depend on the character.
Yes. I feel like still you would want them, if you're using the rolling system, I still feel like you want to roll to see how badly it fucks up, right? If they do well, if you're doing the rolling system, then it could be either no hit to it, or it could be that it gets even worse of a hit, right? I feel like having those degrees of success and failure could be good to have, because it's like...
Yes.
Because it's like, say you go against a pitfall, you're telling such a good argument that at least it doesn't sway them in any way, but you do learn, one, they don't like that. You'll always learn that they don't like that, first off. But you'll learn they don't like that, and their patience won't go down because they at least go, all right, I understand what you're saying, and that would be good for somebody else, but for me, I don't really care for that. You know, don't talk about that, all right? Like, that's just not what we want here. Then on the very other end of the spectrum, it goes, fuck you? Why would you think that I like that in any way? Are you fucking kidding me? How dare?
Yeah.
And then it could even go down by 2, like in your tracker. Then it's just like, oh, you really, ooh ah. But you still know pitfall. And then in your middle section goes, so a straight up middle of the road is, it goes down by 1 because I don't like that. Your between that and the worst is your no and. So it's no and
fuck you.
No, and maybe that's actually, it would probably be for the worst one is interest and patience go down, whereas no and you go just interest maybe, or just patience maybe, right? Like it really depends on that, but then you also maybe learn something else. I don't know. I'm not really sure about that one. Whereas the yes but would be patience go down, but interest. Well, no, interest shouldn't go up.
Either doesn't go down, or one or the other.
Yeah,
one goes down, one doesn't.
Right. Yeah, and maybe it's you get to choose. Maybe.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
I'm not sure. We would have to refine that one, because that one's harder for me to kind of conceptualize on the fly right now. I'd have to really think about, and it would maybe even depend on the situation and the character, right? And all of that. Like, you really kind of gotta understand the NPC that they're talking to. So, and I mean, that's just the case for all of this kind of conversation, right? But I don't think that it should just be a straight up no.
Yeah, just an instant fail, no.
I just wanted to add that I also think it's a good idea to have both interest or patience going down by 2, in addition to the other stat going down by 1 as a possibility.
Yeah, it could be that way. Absolutely. So it just really would have to nail it down,
The argument might not appeal to a motivation or a pitfall. It might not appeal to anything on the list at all, and that is totally okay. In those instances, you instead roll on this table, where the only good option is if you roll the third band.
So sure. I mean, again, it's just another thing of, like, if this doesn't appeal to anything, like, it's just one of those things of, like, it's too much in a box for me as we continue on,
These ones are too rigid.
They are very rigid, and, like, I like the idea that everything kind of is that baseline. You get something or you don't, and the motivation or pitfall maybe is more of a modifier during the conversation. So, like, instead of, like, if they hit a pitfall, or they hit a motivation, maybe it then, like, bumps it up or down in the scale of their success or failure, right? So it starts at a middle ground of some sort, whatever that might be, and then it goes up or down, and then wherever they hit. So, like, yes, and then you hit their motivation. Yes, and, right? Like, you get, yes, you hit their pitfall. Yes, but maybe, like, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's because you're not always going, like, all the time, you're not always going to be worrying about motivation or pitfall, right? Yeah. And you're not going to know that until you start, like, analyzing them, psychoanalyzing them.
Roll psychoanalysis.
Exactly. I don't know. It's, now that we're kind of getting into more of it, I'm starting to, like, think about if each of these specific appealing to, like, because it says the make an argument is the appealing to motivation, pitfall, neither, or telling a lie, and it's like, so what if it's just always one thing, and then you just have those degrees because of motivation and pitfall? Like, it just seems simpler, quote unquote, to me. And it feels like you could do more with that in, like, a more free form way, I guess. Less of a box, less of a rigid box because of it. I don't know. Makes me wonder how my characters would fit into the system, like Cornell, Leroy, and Galvin. I think it's a good thing to use and think about. I really do, because it can, if you don't stick to the rigidness of it, it can help you think about what would be a talking point that would really piss them off, or make them really happy about you, or make them, like, afraid, like, it's just this kind of, you just discover more about what the character wants, what the character likes, what they dislike, just everything to give them more depth, right? So it's really good for thinking about them. And in practice, it can be good for utilization when you think about their dialogue and stuff. Hell, it could be good for writing the dialogue out between two characters just in general, in just a writing why can't I think of the word?
A writing.
Yeah, in a writing. Yeah.
In a writing.
Practice, something like that, you know?
Mhm.
And you can kind of see where a conversation might go. It can help you visualize it, right? But in usage, I think it's really just the tracker that I like mostly.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but
it feels kind of like the first few portions of it, you know, the sections that had 5 options.
Yeah.
It feels like those were more like a scalpel, and this feels more like a sledgehammer.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I get what you're saying, yeah.
It just feels a lot more blunt,
Mm-hmm.
whereas everything else felt much more elegant.
Mm-hmm.
And there's kind of this weird... It just doesn't really...
It doesn't suit how we play.
It's more heavy-handed.
Yeah. And that is not how we do things usually. So, like...
Exactly.
It doesn't appeal to us as much.
No moss.
Indeed.
And the thing is, this may absolutely work for other people,
yes.
but it just kind of rubs us the wrong way.
Absolutely. Probably an instant fail if you try to tell me that we need to build a shipyard over a lagoon to boost the economy. Hey, yeah, fair enough. There you go.
And the last kind of argument the players can make is when they are telling a lie. I think my script's wrong. I'm really sorry. The players telling a lie, that doesn't sound like them. They're the heroes. Surely not. But regardless, whenever the players are asked to make a persuasion check or an intimidation check, if they're lying, they can instead choose to make a deception check. However, there is a risk here, because if the players fail that roll on the deception check...
that's different text. Oh, you added that in post later for a thing. Whoa.
The NPC catches them in the lie and becomes offended, and then there's a negative consequence. See?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that should be done if it is a lie. Absolutely.
But this effect stacks. So they fail, and then they get caught in the lie. And the third action the players can take during a negotiation is accepting an offer. This is when you ask the NPC, hey, make us an offer, and the NPC, depending on where their interest level is at, they say, I'll do this for you. Whatever they offer, that's their final offer, and the players can choose to accept it or deny it. I only just noticed that the batteries in my lights died. That's embarrassing. When did that happen? Hey, what I love about this system is that if you're comfortable enough with it, then you can do it on the fly with zero prep.
True.
You do your first job by rolling for random patience and intelligence. You do your second job by rolling for random motivations and pitfalls. And then you do your third job of running the negotiation by handing the players this handout from my Patreon. But you may need a little bit of practice with these negotiation rules before you can comfortably import them into your game. Treat it like combat. How did you first learn the combat rules for Dungeons & Dragons? If you're anything like me, you would have put a grid on your living room table, got out some dinosaur miniatures and some dice, opened up the rule book and just rolled until it made sense.
Sure.
That's what you should do with these negotiation rules. Download the PDF from drawsteel.com, check out this free tracker on my Patreon, and check the pinned comment for some optional rules that I left out of this video. You may be wondering
if you like that
at what
little tracker in that sheet, absolutely. Like I was wondering if that was something that he made or if he got via buying the game.
No, it looks like he made it.
I was hoping it was something I was hoping it was something you didn't have to buy the game for, because that seemed super helpful and useful.
Yeah.
I had assumed it was something that Matt Colville had made.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yeah. No, it's very cool. Link will be in the description, obviously, to go to the video, and you can go to his Patreon and stuff.
Oh man, no one heard it.
I did not.
Yeah, well, I did not hear it.
You said I stand corrected, and then I said you're wearing orthopedic shoes. Sorry. Anyway.
Point would I exactly implement these rules into my campaign? Well, I have a session guide out for Stormy King's Thunder, Chapter 10. This is when the players go underwater and negotiate with that princess I talked about earlier. Check out that video right here.
Well, there you go.
Oh, I thought he was just making it the
I thought so
underwater castle
too.
thing. I thought that was just a joke.
Now I will say that you know, good on you. First off,
Yeah.
because now you've pointed me to a different video that would actually show me this example in more detail. But you gave me enough in your current video to actually like understand and engage with it, right? And what I would hope is that in your other video you would say, this is using these rules, and this is an example of these rules in play, and hopefully you would give me enough to understand at least a majority of it in that video too. And if you did point me back to this video, sure, that's fine, nothing wrong with that. I just hope that your other video is detailed enough that I can have an understanding. It's not like a Garibay situation where he says you gotta watch every single fucking other video that I've ever made.
Yeah, go watch 10 videos.
So that you can understand this one thing. And it's like, dude, yeah, come on. Yeah, I just, it's that thing of like, you don't want to have to go to something else just to understand the current situation, right? But regardless, like, that's a great video. I really like that video.
Yeah.
Thank you to Matthew Perkins for explaining that in such a way that was just fun and entertaining and like.
And the ollie, the sick ollie.
And the sick ollie, exactly, dude. It's really what kept me going.
I'm so sad it wasn't a kickflip, though.
I was thinking it was going to be a kickflip as well, but you know.
It's always a kickflip.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, like, and I appreciate the free PDF and everything that you have available, because it's just it's good to have to put out there, because it's such a simple thing. That we can all kind of understand pretty easily and utilize. And it came from a different system. This is a thing that is just kind of universal at this point, which is cool.
Yep. The fact that other systems are better than D&D, or
that it's just something.
The actual like negotiation thing can be universal. Yes.
So yeah,
it's kind of just the default assumption in my head.
Yeah, that's fair. But yes, so definitely check out Matthew Perkins. If his other videos are anything
another
like
role-playing Matthew.
True.
I was just thinking the same.
True. If his other videos are anything like that one, I think you'll have a good time, honestly. So, hey, cool stuff.
Although, you know what? You know what I have just thought of?
Yeah.
Since he did the ollie, I'm so sad that he didn't, that the freeze frame that he did when he jumped. I'm so sad he didn't get like the Tony Hawk sound doing the
that
trick.
would be good.
That would have been amazing.
That would have been really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That appeals to my brain for sure.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I played the shit out of those when I was a kid.
I didn't get to play them, but I played them here and there at friends' houses. So
nice.
like
they were so stupid and fun.
They were great. Yeah, they're good times. Yeah. They've tried to recapture that spirit for so long, and nobody.
I mean, they remastered the second one.
Did they actually?
It's on Steam.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's actually just a remaster. Like, it's all the same shit. You go for videotapes and shit.
Hell yeah.
Levels, the level creator and shit.
Okay. Hell yeah. That's awesome. It's 720. Yes, dude. Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely.
It's a good thing they didn't make it 900.
Yeah, really. But yeah, good video, good thing to talk about, because like it's not a rule that I would be opposed to having, quote unquote, and I don't really see it as a rule. Is the thing,
it's not really a rule, more so just a system. Framework.
Exactly, right? Like, I think I understand why you titled it that way. That was clickbait. That was clickbait as shit. But thankfully, your video was good. So
yes, it was good clickbait.
Exactly. It was a rare instance of good clickbait. Thank you. But yeah. So that's that video. Honestly, we've been going for 2 hours, and I think that's good.
Okay.
Because
honestly, the both of you sound very tired.
Yeah, well,
to me anyway.
my throat is actually in pain. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. But I guess is there any other thoughts that you have about this, about utilization of it, about any other quote unquote rules that you might think of, maybe?
I
Not me.
I just think that it's a very interesting and very I think important way to handle NPC conversations. To keep in mind interest versus patience. I in the future will be keeping an eye, or like keeping those factors in mind rather.
Yeah.
However, I do think that the system could have been implemented a little bit better than it was. It could have been implemented in the way that I liked.
Yes. Well, so this is the thing where I'm at least happy that if you take out the more gamification elements of it, it seems like it works fine, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a degree to which you would change a couple other things, or at least I would. We all would, because we talked about it, having the 5 tiers instead of the 3 for each outcome, right? And so, you can still just work off of, hey, let's just fucking talk. And then you can utilize it and go forward. So it's good to see something that is not rigid in that sense, right? The actual system itself, like you were saying, I feel like it could be improved by becoming less rigid, suiting us a bit more. But then again, maybe that's just the bias because of how we play, right? And like you were saying before, Boo, I think this works really well for some people. Absolutely. Hell, it would have worked better for me before getting as much experience in playing TTRPGs as I have, because I was very much more of a numbers person at the time. In the beginning, 3.5 kind of drilled that into me. And so
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's one of those things where, it's great to instill, as Aiden was saying, the thoughts of interest and patience. And maybe it can make you like kind of think about, with the motivations and pitfalls things, like I was saying before, make you think about NPCs and other characters in a bit of a deeper way, and maybe make you make those interactions better. I don't know. All good all around in a lot of cases, in a lot of ways. Anyway, I suppose then at this point
it's time to go.
I will invite my lovely co-hosts to go.
I will invite them out of the podcast.
So
and I will accept that invitation to not be here anymore.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I will take the invitation to fuck off.
That's right.
Take that invitation to Artisan School.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Goodbye. No.
Oh, actually, you know what, Alejo?
Yeah.
Before I go, I remembered something that I forgot. So, you remember the last session of Vampire?
I do.
That just played.
Yeah.
And toward the beginning, I said that, oh boy, I have a question for you after the session.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I do.
I never asked that question, and now I don't remember what the fuck it was in reference to.
That sucks.
Do you happen to remember why I said, or when I said that?
I have. You said it pretty early on.
It was fairly early on, and we were talking about something that I can't remember now.
I can go and look at it later and tell you what the context was. for sure.
Yeah, and then you can just send it to me because I would love to ask.
Yeah, absolutely. I can
I
do
would
that.
love to ask the question about the thing that I forgot.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems very important.
Yeah.
Considering you forgot entirely.
Ask the question that I forgot to ask about the thing that I forgot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I could look into it. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
It's
you're
no
welcome.
big deal if you don't.
Yeah. It'll probably be
Alright,
tomorrow at some point, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
See ya.
All right, see ya. All right, everybody. I'm gonna stress my throat out a little bit more to do comments and the shilling and stuff. So thank you to everybody who's been around for this episode, and those of you in the future. Appreciate you. If you're heading out already, or if you're sticking through to the end, appreciate you. Apologies that it's a shorter episode today, but you know, health. But I hope you understand, and we'll see about doing a longer one next time. We'll see how the videos and stuff go. But anyway, let me get this open. Yes. Okay, cool. It works. So, we only have one comment, and that's from Timothy. Thank you, Timothy. Hello, bros. Still working on lore. Writer's block is back again. Something might hit me out of nowhere, like what usually happens. Stay tuned. Also, woo, death! Have a nice day. Thank you. I also understand about the writer's block thing. So, I'm just trying to find my motivation to write again. I can't find it. It's really unfortunate, because I have things that I want to write, and they're in my head, but, like, unfortunately, I have to go linearly. If I go out of order, it's just not gonna, like, my brain isn't gonna work, for my writing, so I understand the block. Hope you get over it soon, or hope something hits you. Anyway. So, hey, whoa, we have a website, tabletalkdnd.us. It's in the, description. And if you look on the Support Us page, you'll see all the things I'm going to talk about. Wow. I will say one other thing. I've seen that there is a video that I do mean to watch that Shin had shared in the Discord, and I appreciate that that has happened. Something about, don't you fucking share any information with Discord when the age verification thing comes up. And I never planned on it. But it's good to see that there's some stuff out there to say, hey, don't even do it at all. And I'm like, cool, great. So we'll see how that goes. I am looking into something else in the future to see if maybe it'll be a better thing to utilize, but we will see. I'm also trying to look into, like, putting a forum on the website, but I think that that's going to require me to actually, like, pay for, like, a hosting service that could do that. So I don't know how feasible that is right now, but we will see. I will update as necessary. So we'll see. If anybody knows of an easy way to make a forum, please let me know, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so we have a Patreon and a Ko-Fi. If you would like to join them, it's as little as $1 a month. You get to support us, be a part of the table flippers. Everybody's a table flipper. You can be a table flipper for free if you want to. But if you want to pay us a little bit of cashola, you can become a table flipper on either of those sites as well. For, like, being a gold or all that kind of stuff. Silver, gold, all that. Big thank you goes out to our tier 4 table flippers. That being Steely, Draco Kraken, and Rick, aka Unit Rico. We appreciate you very, very much. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Hope you continue to enjoy. A thank you goes to Crimson Rose as well, for being a tier 2. We appreciate you. Thank you. And a thank you goes to our tier 1 contributor. Like I said, little as $1 a month if you wish to support us. Mostly it's just the financial support for the show. If you don't want to, just continue to subscribe and like and comment, and that is help enough. So think about it, or don't. Up to you. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your dad. Anyway, continuing on. We have our fourth wall shop if you wish to go and purchase some things like the Sunrise and Sin City mat, as well as the keychains, the dice, the coasters, Jerry poster, a mug, a small mouse pad, or the notebook. Up to you. All this stuff is there. Link in the description. The tabletalk crew shop.fourthwall.com in the description. Continuing on, donate to us directly to our PayPal if you want to, excuse me. Oh goodness. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. We're also partnered with Humble Bundle. There's a link in the description as well as this. You can click on to use the link. Going on Humble Bundle, you can use it to support us when you buy bundles or anything in the store, or the choice bundle, all of this kind of stuff. And right now, you've got Beamdog and Owlcat RPG Masters, which is a bunch of RPG stuff like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 and Neverwinter Nights. A lot of old games, as well as I see there is like Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, and a bunch of Rogue Traders in there. It looks like some really good games in there that are tabletop related. So I would go for it myself. It looks like the Fallout Mega Bundle is still here, so 11 more days for that. I would go for that for sure. And you've got some Discworld stuff as well. Ooh. I know a lot of people like Discworld. I've been trying to figure out Discworld. I bought the first audiobook, and I was like, okay, I'll listen to this at some point. But I'm also like looking at some things that are like, maybe you shouldn't start with the first one. I don't know. I really don't know. I have this thing where I like to start at the beginning of things and like keep going throughout them for a lot of different things. There are some that are exceptions, obviously, but like most of the time I start from the beginning and go to the end. So I don't know, but I'm hoping that I like Discworld. I don't know. Anyway, utilizing the link helps give us a little bit of kickback when you buy stuff. So up to you if you want to use it, but thank you if you do. And then we are also affiliated with DriveThru, the DriveThru sites, DriveThru RPG, fiction, comics, and cards. If you wish to use any of those links, they're here on the website. In the description, there is the DriveThru RPG link. And utilizing that link will allow you to go to DriveThru RPG. And within 15 days of using that link, if you buy anything, it gives us a like 5% kickback, I think. Or 4%. I don't know, dude. Numbers are weird, right? But all of that is here. You've got a lot of official content as well as user-created content. I'm sorry, community content here. User-created still. But like, yeah, there's a lot of deals and stuff that go on all the time. You've got free PDFs and stuff here for a lot of things. And assumedly on the cards, comics, and fiction, you have a bunch of other things like cards, comics. Oh, there it goes. Comics. And okay. Comics is not loading for me. And fiction. So, go on there, utilize those links if you wish to give us a little bit of a kickback and get some stuff that you might want. Or not. What are you going to do? I don't know. I can't tell you what to do. I already told you. I can't do that. Anywho, that's it, everybody. Thank you once again for joining us for the evening. We appreciate it immensely. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I suppose, with that all being said, we'll see you next week for more of the show. And keep an eye out for gaming streams and stuff, and soon to be more Vampire. I fucked up with Vampire. I actually released the an episode ahead instead of the next episode. So for those of you who have been wondering, hey, this doesn't make any sense. 17 isn't following 16. Yeah, that's because it's technically 18. So you get a sneak peek at the future. I'm gonna re-release some stuff. So I'm gonna fix it, and I'll put the explanations into those videos. So bear with me. It's my fault. But hopefully I'll fix them soon. I'll have the time. Anywho, appreciate you all. See you next week. Goodbye. Bye-bye.